The initial vision of a Catholic medical college was formulated by a remarkable sister doctor, Mary Glowrey. She shared this vision with the Catholic hierarchy.
Good morning, Johnites, and welcome. Today we have the distinct honor of speaking to Dr. Sister Regina Kottackal, who is an esteemed alumnus of St. John's Medical College. She, through her unwavering dedication, has made a profound impact in the rural and undeserving sections of the society for about 40 years. She is also the winner of the prestigious Mary Glowrey Award. We are pleased to have you with us, Sister. Sister, can you please tell us what this award means to you?
This award is a unique privilege for me to receive today in the name of Sister Dr. Mary Glowrey, who is a visionary of St. John's Medical College. Her dedicated service and contribution to the healthcare in the rural India, especially to the leprosy patients, mother and child care, all that has inspired me and taken me forward in my service to the rural India. When I started my service in rural India, it was unbelievable. From the portals of St. John's, I moved out and I saw a different world altogether. Though St. John's was in its beginning stages, it had also poor coming, but my life was entirely a different thing. And today when I received this award, I dedicated this to the thousands of sister doctors, religious people, and they, health workers, who have sacrificed their life or part of their life and time to serve the rural India, to bring health and healthy living to the ordinary people. We are on the threshold of so many inventions like gene therapy, like robotic surgery, transplantation, all far advanced therapies. Yet we must remember there is a large population waiting with obstructed labor, ruptured uterus, perforated ulcers, and also the social concept of malnutrition, poverty, lack of house. All this add to the poor health. When we visualize health for all should be a common vision for all of us. And when our graduates, our doctors, they move out at least for a few years in the periphery and contribute to the health of the common people, and our specialists move out 1 or 2 weeks, syndicates during the year to come, see, and to, to encourage, support, and understand the ones who are in the rural. That will be the day I will say this award has any meaning for me.
Sister, can you also please tell me about your experience working in those rural areas? Because when we say rural areas, we think there's something with expectations versus reality. So what do you think is the reality as of now?
When I started 40 years ago, what was, and today there is a vast difference. And same way when Mary Glowrey came to India, I see her picture in lockouts and things like that. But today it is not that. People may come in good vehicles or something. My experience 40 years ago, I went into a village and I did not know what was expected of me in the sense. It was a vast ocean. I started working with the tea garden laborers. There was a tremendous amount of alcoholism, infant mortality, maternal mortality, every third family, the lady was a widow because the husband died of alcoholism or something like that. And tuberculosis, colors are falling, whatever, anemia. So I thought my knowledge should reach to the common man. I have to start with grassroots. So I started training community health workers and moving to the villages. Then 5 years after, I had actually don't plan to do post-graduation, but after 3-4 years working, I realized without a post-graduation work in the rural India, I didn't have the courage, I didn't have the confidence to take things ahead. So I applied to St. John's for my surgery PG. Then I wanted to do surgery PG, there was a lot of controversy within and without, because two sisters have done surgery earlier, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 82 and 83 or something like that. And then they said they are only practicing OB-GYN, so why do you want to do surgery? So I said, if I become a surgeon, OB-GYN will only do below the belt, and if it is, I am a surgeon, I feel I am more confident to do. So in my interview, I was asked, you can do ordinary surgery with MBBS, so why do you want? So I said, just because, and to work in the rural India, you don't require. I opposed to that concept, and I said, I know who are there in the interview. I said, sir, if it is one of your family members, will you give it to an MBBS doctor, or will you give it to? For me, a poor abdomen is same as a rich person's when I put the patient. So for me to get more confident, and I said, if I am only an MBBS, if I want to do surgery, no anesthetist will come to give me anesthesia, and I don't have any other facility. That is the reason. So I think that's how I ended in the surgical specialty. And I completed my surgical specialty and went back to square one. I didn't have any facility, I only had a trolley. I started my psoas access drainage in a trolley. Then I used to keep in touch with Dr. Arun Pilpadi, who was my mentor and my attorney of my unit. My first DU corporation I did under local anesthesia. I used to give anesthesia myself for spine, and then start operating, doing cesareans, and slowly things improved. I didn't have a X-ray machine, so I had to depend terrifically on clinical acumen. And once in a way, I used to call up Dr. Arun Pilpadi and tell him, sir, what to do like this. And to call him, I had to travel 20 kilometers or so to make a phone call. I did not have no facilities. Nothing was there. I used to go to the tea garden managers and tell them, if you allow me to take a health education. From that level I started, and I must say, then my congregation also saw the need, and somewhere we were able to, so 1994 to 2000, I struggled terribly, and if I tell, I paid for the graduation here for my PT graduation. And I went to the gynae department and I told the Dr. Sister Lydia, Sister gave me a few used catheters and few used rice tube, because we were those days recycling and using it. And she gave, and I packed that and took to my village. Today when I see the wastage in our institution, sometimes it's enough to run 5 other institutions. But I do not say that that is the way. But from there we moved on. And I started a community health workers board, and parallel to help me, I started with some dropouts training. From there the school has grown now into a college of nursing. And then I was moved into leadership in my congregation. And after that, COVID came, so I was told to start another hospital in another belt, that is from Adivasi tribal to Sandal tribals, the Bangladesh border. So I am right now there for the past 5 years, bidding for a 200-bedded hospital, and then we have just started on September. August we got the license. But 20 years ago, when the previous hospital I started, and now the whole red tapeism and the whole everything is either it's about any sector when you take it is how you cannot do anything rather than how to do. So I am right now swimming across the current to see how meaningfully my passion is to see the empowerment of the local people. People will step me, oh, your dream is come to the building. I say, no, that is necessary people. That's all. So right now we have started again the dropout girls and boys to take a different type of trainings. So that is the only way they can find their self-esteem. And there I am right now. And my greatest challenge or struggle is to get young doctors like you, because somewhere that aspect I feel is not encouraged or supported or pushed very much.
What would you like to say to future budding Johnites like me and others who are
I
watching?
would tell you, first we become doctors, then we become specialists. Rather, first we become good human beings, then we become doctors, then we become specialists. But now what is happening is before you complete your MBBS itself, you are thinking about post-graduation or going abroad or this, that and the other. I don't blame you because you are born into that type of an era. But there is a way. When you go to the wards, from whom do we learn our medicine? Not from the rich. The private rooms will not allow you to go and do Munchville or Munchville. Huh? The first injection you give it to a general ward patient. So all from the dead body onwards, whose dead body are we learning? We are learning from the dead bodies of the poor or on abandoned ones. And when we start our training, we first go to today in the Thanksgiving, the doctor said that our patients. After all that finishes, when we get our certificate, we feel they are all useless. We are simply great. I think that aspect we have to get out of it and say, at least 1 or 2 years I will give my best. That is not the end of life altogether. That is what we do. You first become good doctors, good human beings, where you can interact with your people and then you become self-confident. You don't have to worry to put somebody down to you we can all shine in our own ways and growth and encourage one another. Young doctors also need to be encouraged to come up very much. I am not for updating, but I feel you young doctors, I have this one request. Move into, take it as a challenge, give your best. The same dedication what you did for your final MBBS study, that dedication you give, rather than how many hours you teach, whether it is that is allowed, this is allowed, that thing is allowed. You just move in with, and the people will learn you. That's what is more important than. So when, as I said, I feel receiving this, I dedicate this to my patients, to my staff, to my doctors, my own people whom I am serving, and also to you youngsters. This will make only a meaning because if we have to leave the vision of Dr. Sister Mary Glowrey, we have to do something concrete.
Thank you very much, sister. That was such an inspiring journey. And thank you so much for your insights. It's been an honor and a pleasure to talk to you.